Yeah, nah, answer the phone. You and your folks think y'all ass so smart, so slick. All these other your son gonna get the worst of it, and he know it. He know it. Y'all ain't say. Y'all can't say that little nigga. Y'all can't say y'all self.
Don't try and run now. Your son is a piece of and he's about to get all the way up.
I think it's invaluable that people support people who have been done wrong. I don't care if they were black, they were white, they were women, men. When wrong is wrong. And for you to put these young men in a position where you're claiming that they killed somebody with no evidence whatsoever, only based on the skin color, come on and support. I want to tell you guys about Shenergy. If you're looking for an energy drink that's clean, 75 milligrams of caffeine, nootropics that help you with focus so you don't crash and have all that crazy stuff in your drinks. You don't need to do that. That's over time that's going to destroy you. But we didn't just create an energy drink because we care about your overall energy and health. So we created an energy drink and a night drink. One that helps you go to sleep, wake up with energy, and the other one gives you sustainable energy throughout the day. So if you're looking for a company that agrees with your values, American-based, American-made, American customer service, look no further. ShenergyLife.com has you covered. And then we have a money-back guarantee. You take the product that don't work for you, we'll get your money back. I just want to put this forward real quick. And I'm not trying to bash that boy mama, but I do feel like since she bring my name up and in part want to disparage me and say these things, then I the gloves are off. I'm going to say what I feel, and you have now entered the zone. Let's put this up on the screen. This is problematic, in my opinion. This is a stimuli to why I feel the way I feel and how I felt at the beginning of this investigation. If mama would have came out and the family would have came out and said, look, I want to know what happened to my son. I'm going to do a private investigation. I'm going to hold them accountable to make sure they do exactly what they're supposed to be doing to find out what happened to my son. The end. Nobody in the world would have a problem with that. Nobody in the world should judge her on that. Nobody in the world have nothing to say because everybody in the world would do that for their own baby. It's when you come out and say, we know the history of Mississippi, so it must be an impropriety. He was out there with white people, so they must have killed him. They must have done something wrong. We're going to get to some of the fact patterns in post-show clarity for the members, but we're going to get to some of that stuff where saying that they deleted stuff from the phone. I just want to throw this in there. They deleted stuff from the phone. Let me tell you why that doesn't pass the smell test to me. I don't know. I wasn't there. We will find out through an investigation. But when you say they deleted stuff from the phone, one or two things have to occur based on reality. If you have a phone and you look at it and you say, these things have been deleted. Therefore, if you know that they're deleted, you can see what had been deleted. Because you'll have a text or something that says this was deleted, or you'll see in the deleted folder that somebody deleted this document. If you don't have material that you can visibly see that was deleted, then therefore you're assuming that things have been deleted. And you are making an assumption that because these kids are white, they must have deleted something. When you have not been able to verify by seeing his phone before and after to make a determination if things were deleted, who actually deleted it, you are insinuating. And if there were things that were deleted, his mother wouldn't know because you would need to do a forensic extraction in order to find out what exactly was deleted, when it was deleted, and how it was deleted. And that these things were not deleted by Nolan at all at any point in time. The absence of content does not equal deletion. So why would you go out and say that unless you saw evidence of deletion and you know what was deleted? And I want to know, was there a lock on his phone? Was there a code on his phone? Now, this is what's going to shock me, because all this stuff has to come out at some point. I'm wondering, and this is just something that I would like to know, I haven't heard anybody say, did he have a code on his phone? And if he had a code on his phone, did his mother and his stepfather, know the code? If the answer is yes, then the next conclusion is, did the friends know the code on his phone? How did the mother know the code on the phone? Is it because he told you the code, or you somehow figured it out through trial and error. If he had a code, how did they know his code? That to me is something I would investigate. But let's play this clip with his mama.
We have to have tough conversations. This is something our community already knows. We have to make sure that, and I know my husband and I, we have had countless conversations with all of our children about the importance of understanding when you are moving in different spaces with people that do not look like you. And it's unfortunate that we have to have these conversations, but they are needed in order to hopefully keep our children safe. So I would say to all the mothers out there, especially my Black mothers, we just have to keep pushing forward. We have to do the things to protect our children.
Okay. I would never talk to my kids like that. I would never brainwash my kids into thinking that they in some spaces because they don't look like us. That's the most. Let me move on. Now I want you to go down imaginary lane with me. Imagine if a white person said this. Got on TV and said, I have to teach our children, all of our children, that they need to be mindful in spaces, especially in spaces where people don't look like us, in an all-Black neighborhood. And they go, we need to have these conversations in order for our children to be safe. And I'm talking to my mamas out there, especially my white mamas. People would have a stroke. You will lose your medical license if a white person came out and said what she said. So in the spirit of fairness, I think that's inappropriate to say. I have mixed children. I would never in my life tell my kids, watch out around here because they don't look like you, color skin. I would say watch out for the kids that's doing wrong. Kids that are cheating on a test. Kids that are not doing summer workouts. Kids that don't have integrity. Kids that are trying to pressure you into doing drugs and having sex before you're old enough to understand what this is all about. Beware of those children. Those children don't have a color. I'll get to my soapbox in a minute. In other news, the boys, their father, Ben Hudson, and the attorneys have a GiveSendGo for the boys, and they just launched it. Let me tell you what my thoughts are on the GiveSendGo. If these kids hadn't been threatened and lied on, and why do you say lied on, Brandon? They have shown me evidence. I have seen and verified evidence. There is Life 360 evidence. There is CETO call evidence that proves what they're saying, and that people have been lying about them so long that they need to take legal action against people. If these boys had not been lied on and threatened in front of me, I saw threats coming in against them. I would say I ain't gonna even mention the GoFundMe. But the fact that they now got to sue people, and Nolan Wells' family and attorney is prepping to sue them with no information of what happened to Nolan, whether he was killed or he drowned. They don't even care. They're trying to make money, so they're going to sue these boys. Then I wouldn't even support this. Put the thing up there. So anybody that believes that these boys need legal fees taken care of or whatever else they need, go ahead and support. Go ahead and support. And let me tell you, in my heart of hearts, after reviewing all this stuff and listening to everything, I want to support them. I'm trying to be fair, and I can give them a popularity. I can push it out there and let y'all make an opportunity at it. I'm going to try to be fair until the conclusion of the case, that I'm not going to give to either GoFundMe or GiveSendGos. But I'm going to tell you what, I'll put it out there if y'all want to support. I think it's invaluable that people support people who have been done wrong. I don't care if they were Black, they were white, they were women, men. When wrong is wrong. And for you to put these young men in a position where you're claiming that they killed somebody with no evidence whatsoever, only based on the skin color, come on and support. We got the link in the description section. And if we don't, we better put that link in the description section. If these boys were black, and you got white folk out here claiming they didn't kill somebody with no evidence, only because they're black, put the GoFundMe up there. Now, here's just a glimpse of, I was just saying I would tell you to put the GoFundMe up here. Here's a glimpse of some of the things that they're getting as hate mail. Let's roll Exhibit A. And guess who's doing the hate? You can hear it in their voice. Roll it.
Don't try and run now, you. Your son is a piece of shit, and he's about to get all the way up. Don't run now, you. Use a punk just like your son, you him. You guys are gonna get what the coming to you. I know he killed that little kid, man. You guys aren't your wife ain't all you racist pieces of all you.
All right, next one. Exhibit B.
Yeah, nah, answer the phone. You and your folks think y'all ass so smart, so slick. All these other your son gonna get the worst of it, and he know it. He know it. Y'all ain't say y'all can't say that little nigga. Y'all can't say y'all self. But just know it coming. It real coming.
It real coming.
Your sons and them gonna disable their account and all this other Bruce style. They know what's going on. They know what they did. They disabled that shit for a reason. They lowered up for a reason. They gonna follow this ass for a reason. They know. Yo was scared to answer that phone because you know what's going on. And ain't nobody scared of y'all white ass. On Jesus. A face y'all. Ain't nobody worried about y'all. Ain't nobody scared about y'all. But y'all better be worried about that boy. Cause I promise you something gonna happen to his ass. If I don't get to his ass, nobody else get to his ass. Something gonna happen to his bitch. And you might want to go and block me because I swear to God, I'm going to call you up on every day until they come clean. Talking about some, who this your old scary white ass.
We got another one. Hold on. But let me just, you know how crazy this is? Do you know how hateful and racist these people are to come call somebody to say that to them? You know how deranged people got to be? They deactivate their accounts because they're getting threatened like this. They deactivate their account because y'all fools calling them and want to talk about you gonna kill them. Y'all done got a lawyer because they get accused of murder. They're being accused of murder. Y'all, they didn't go to the funeral because y'all threatened to kill them. Y'all all saying that they did this. Why they gonna show up at a funeral for y'all to do something to them because y'all think they didn't kill the boy and they been gone? They were left at 4:30, gone. Everybody gone. We don't know what happened to Nolan. But it seemed like nobody really cared. They just want to blame these white boys. Here, another one. This is actually a phone call. Mr. Hudson answered the phone. So y'all know it ain't just some fake stuff. He answered the phone. Roll it.
Hello?
Hello, am I speaking with Benjamin Hudson, mister?
Who is this?
You and your son gonna die, little bro. And your wife. For what y'all did.
Now, let's see who condemned this behavior. Who's going to condemn? No, the colored community that been talking about me ain't going to condemn none of this. They don't care, bro. This is how they are. This is who they are. This is what they represent. I'm telling y'all, 100%. I grew up in this environment. I grew up in the hood. I know how black people think. Not every black person, but most of them think like this. They grew up with a disdain and hatred towards white people. And it only had to be taught to you. My mama and them never taught me to hate nobody. We lived in white neighborhoods. We lived all around. They never taught, but your peers, it's this environment that you end up in where you start watching stuff on TV, you listening to music, you looking at celebrities, and it's all building this thought in your mind, especially when you live in an all-black neighborhood, that white people are out to get you. This is why it's so easy to trick black people and say, look, white boys, a black boy died, racism. They'll put a shirt off their back to come support something like that with no facts, no evidence. Because they've been conditioned to hate white people in perpetuity.